So here we are in the meadow at the Dawson Las Manos Canyon Reserve, and if you look over to the left, you'll see that it's currently dominated by non-native, weedy Eurasian grasses and forbs. This is a legacy of grazing on this land, and although we don't have any grazing, it's not recovering very quickly to shrub vegetation. One of the species that comes in along with the grasses, that was actually apparently planted by the Spanish, is Erodium sicutarium, or heron's bill or crane's bill, which produces this amazing seed. It's very effective at distributing itself. It has little hairs that catch on fur, and then the architecture of this seed is such that when it's wet again during the next rainy season, this coil undoes and it acts to actually plant the seed in the soil vertically. A little bit further is a wide expanse of coyote melon. So here you can see where the poison oak has exists in its vining, climbing form. It's creating almost a liana going up into this sycamore. There are actually some berries of the poison oak called Toxicodendron diversilobum in scientific terms. You can see there are bunches of pale yellow berries down here. So here's a nice medium-aged sycamore tree, western sycamore, Platanus racemosa. And over to my left is the largest sycamore that I have ever seen. We call this the meal carrick sycamore after a high school teacher who used to bring classes here in the 1970s, who was a close friend of Ida Dawson's, and his ashes were scattered here as part of a memorial service. But this tree was struck by lightning when Ida Dawson was a girl, so in the early 1900s, that's to say the first decade of the 1900s. And as you can see, it's had quite a thriving existence still. Here we are at the Mount Hinton entrance to the Dawson Las Manos Canyon Reserve. We're going to go up, we're on the upper slopes of Mount Hinton, on the north side of the Agua Hedionda Creek. Here is actually a little dust bath that rabbits use. This little depression in the ground here. This really sandy, actually decomposed granite soil is also perfect for coast horned lizards, and we do have a known population of coast horned lizards on the reserve. Chasm that has developed in probably about 15 years from a little almost unnoticeable swale about this deep and maybe this wide across into this really deep erosion channel, which I don't think is part of the natural processes of the landscape. It appears to be caused by increased impervious cover in the watershed that has come in with development. We've tried to reduce the erosion by putting in cuttings of trees and various other erosion control measures, but basically this is down cutting to meet the down cutting main stem. All of this erosion eventually winds up in the lower reaches of the creek and probably arrives at the Agua Hedionda Lagoon. This is a problem at a large scale that we need to solve.